Now, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever been in the situation where you're playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive, you have a teammate or maybe it's an enemy team that you're spectating in a demo, they are walking up bathrooms on Overpass, going up to the A bomb site, and you look down at their rifle skin, either that's an AWP, an M4, or maybe it's an AK, and that skin is so disgusting it makes you want to throw up in your mouth, and maybe you did a little bit, I have myself, and you have PTSD weeks and weeks later. And well, in today's video, with these recent occurrences for me and some newer skins and some older ones as well, I'll be ranking the worst Counter-Strike Global Offensive skins of all time. Of course, this is my personal opinion. I have a different taste in skins. I also have a different taste in stickers than a lot of other people in the community. And I think that's pretty interesting. It's cool to get some different hot takes. And I also recommend for some of you guys maybe to make some videos like this. Now, if you guys like the tier lists and me ranking things for CSGO items specifically, and want to see more videos like this and my hot takes on this stuff in the future, make sure you comment down below what you want to see next week, and I can make sure I get that done. But before we go into today's ranking, commentary, and overview, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button and of course subscribe. And here's a quick word from our video sponsor, Skins Monkey. Now today's video sponsor is of course Skins Monkey. Now if you guys are unfamiliar with what Skins Monkey is, they are currently the biggest growing Counter-Strike Global Offensive trading marketplace for skins, which is absolutely amazing, with great fees as well. Let's just say you guys have some skins you're really not feeling anymore. Skins Monkey is the best way to trade them. In this trade, to be exact, I actually profited 18 cents, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but considering it's a trading website, it's actually very, very good. Sign up today to get up to a $5 bonus, which is very nice. And if you've never used the website before, well, you can use my code MANDO, go up to the top right, you claim that bonus. And if you guys want to deposit with real life cash or crypto, you get a 25% deposit bonus, which is very, very nice. Now, first up on this list is of course the 5.7 Scrawl, one of the more recent skins in CSGO, and well, this makes me want to throw up. It looks disgusting, especially as a pistol. There are so many other good and better, especially 5.7 skins that you can buy right now. There's the Hyper Beast. There's, I believe, the Hot Shot. I think that's what it's called. The purple and flame-ish looking one. That looks a lot better in my personal opinion. There's, of course, the Blue Gem. The berries and cherries from Operation Broken Fang. Obviously, this being a very cheap skin, there are some worse ones, yes, and you will see some ones on this list you actually might want to throw up about. But this is, of course, just number one, and these are, of course, ranked in no order specifically. Now, next up is something that I feel like might be a little controversial, but this is something for me I looked at as a picture while I was buying something on a website back in the day, and I believe in like 2017 or 2018, and I got it in game, and it looked so much worse than the actual picture was. Obviously, that's how most CSGO skins work, but this is the Combat Disruption, and I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know what it is. I think the picture, it's fraud. It's fake advertising for CSGO skins. I think the skin that looks like on the Steam market, for example, the PNG image is so much different than the actual skin in game. I do not like the way this looks, and especially the price for it is just not worth picking up. Now, if you are someone like a Cloud9 fanatic who wants to collect those stickers and crafts, to be exact, definitely might want to pick up one of these to craft on this, but it's just not one of my favorites. And I think when I bought it back in the day, it was so disappointing, and the fact that I still remember it is something that is probably telling me I just don't like the skin. Now, next up, another recent skin as well, and this is, of course, the M4A4 Tooth Fairy. I don't know what this is. I don't know why I don't like this much. I think it's because I'm actually scared of the skin. I am not one to love horror movies, but I also don't despise them either. I just think this looks a little too scary for me for a CSGO skin. Call me a loser, whatever you guys want to do, but that's the reason I don't like the skin. I know you could probably cover up the creepiness on the skin with stickers, but I don't know. I don't like it. It scares me. Besides the scariness of it, it actually looks pretty good. Now, next up might be a little controversial as well, but this is a much older skin in the game, and I've never been one to like this, even when people were using it back in the day, and even now. It's just one of those things, kind of like the 5.7. There are just so many other better options that you can pick up, especially for the price point, and especially so cheap. And this is, of course, the Op Acheron, or Acorn, or Acorn. The Op Acorn. The scope is obviously black, doesn't really matter to me that some of it's black. It looks like a kind of Blacksy Mauve in a way for some people, I guess, but I think it just looks horrible. I don't know what it is. I just think it's such a basic design, which some people like about CSGO skins, don't get me wrong. I am one to actually kind of like that sometimes, but in this sort of situation, I think there's just so many other better options, especially for the price point. This is one of the most expensive skins for the op. That's not something like the Dragon Lore in the factory new condition, of course, just because it's really rare. Now, next up, once again, is more of a recent skin inside of CSGO, probably the most controversial on this entire list, and this is, of course, the Elite Museo. This, I don't know what it is. I just despise it. I think as a CSGO skin, it's cool, it's interesting, and I think what Valve is doing with the newer CSGO skins, it's actually pretty cool. It's appealing to different audiences of CSGO. There's the anime type of skins like we saw with the sawed off in the most recent case and the recoil case, there's this thing as well. It's completely different. I feel like this is more of a painting, and this is something you wouldn't want stickers on because it's more of like an art piece, but it's just not my type of CSGO skin. I am really weird with skins sometimes like a really basic skin like a Slate, sometimes like a really crazy skin like a Hyper Beast, but for this specific matter and thing right now, I don't like it, and I've just haven't liked it since it came out, and I feel like I've had to make a video on this sometime because it's bothered me actually so much. Fun fact, I never see anyone in game with this. I don't think I've ever run into someone in competitive, and I play a decent amount of CS, and I played a lot more when this came out, but I've never seen anyone rock this, which is pretty interesting. Now, next up is once again an older skin inside of CS that also might be kind of controversial, but I think it just is so outdated, especially of what you can buy, similar to the 5.7 and op we saw earlier, and that of course is the M4A4 X-Ray. I do not like this skin at all. I'm not a huge fan. I just think for what you're paying for, I think it's like 10 or 15 bucks now, maybe $5, I'm not sure, around that range. It's nothing crazy. And it wasn't anything crazy back in the day. It's just, I don't like the way it looks for the price. I think there are so many better M4A4 skins. Like on a third-party website, you can pick up a Desolate Space for a decent price nowadays. And in my opinion, that's just one of the best budget M4s right there, but this is just horrible. I get that some people maybe like the basicness of a rifle like this in the game, and I for sure do. I'm actually one to like the more basic rifles in CS, like a Slate or one of the new M4A4 skins. I believe it was in the recoil case, and it just looks so clean, so cool, and that's maybe why some people might like this, but for me, not really. So next up, if you didn't think the ones before were as controversial, this is definitely going to be the one that's up next, and it has been out now for about 3 or 4 weeks at this point, and that of course is the recoil case, but most importantly, the AK skin in that. People have been going crazy over it, and that is of course the Ice Cold, and I don't like it. I hate it. I don't know what it is. It looks like a skin out of that maybe is Fortnite or Valorant, I'm not sure. I just do not like it. I'm not sure if it's the mix of colors, but I saw this in the workshop a few weeks prior to actually this case coming out, and I liked it. I don't know what was it that changed me. I just, seeing this in game and people crafting on this, like I know Friendly recently made a Cologne 2014 Dignitas holocraft on it. I hate it. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I don't like it at all, and I wish my opinions were different. I feel like I'm the only person who doesn't like this rifle skin, but I really don't. I really don't enjoy it. And maybe my thing about this skin and opinions will change, but most likely not. I feel like my opinions don't change a whole lot on skins, but they sometimes do. And I'll update you guys maybe in a Mando Monday if one day I wake up and wow, and I like this skin automatically. But let me know what you guys think. Am I the only one to hate this skin, or maybe just dislike it a lot? Maybe I don't hate it, I just dislike it. Maybe that's a better saying for it. But something I really hate for sure that's up next is the Op Fever Dream. This is by far, I think, the worst looking skin on this entire list. I'd rather have a default op than rock this. This skin looks like it was drawn by a 4-year-old's bottom. I absolutely despise this skin. I think it's disgusting. There's so much going on. I just think there's so many better ops you can get for the price, and some people like the hecticness of a skin like this, and I understand that, but I hate it. I do not like it. I wish this was taken out of the game and people were refunded their money they originally paid for it. I will pay for the refunds. I do not like it. Now, next up and last up on this list is, of course, the AK Uncharted. Now, there's not much to say about this skin, to be exact. It's not the worst looking AK skin in the game. I just despise it. I don't like it. I think it looks gross. And well, with the wood on the weapon and the wood on the gun, I just really don't enjoy it. And let me know what you guys think of it down below. And let me know what you guys think of this ranking. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? I know most of you are probably going to disagree on some of the newer skins that have been added to CSGO. Maybe some of the older ones as well. Maybe you carry some of those because they are rare. Not to crap on them because they are rare. I just think they are not very good looking. And that, of course, is my opinion. I'm not speaking for anyone else. Peace out, guys.